So we are now in Greenvolt. We changed our brand in Indonesia recently. We were Emerging Solar. We became Greenvolt Power. We were already part of the Greenvolt Power Group. Now we have the brand and all the will and all the that we had before, but with more power, like you said. I'd like to say that we are in 14 countries, 3 of them in Asia. So we are in Japan, 14. 3 of them are in Asia. 1 is Japan, the other is Korea, and we are in Indonesia. We can talk about the criteria why. And we currently have already 10 projects since 2023 that we started. We already have 10 projects. And we are very honored to be with AKI, a member. We call it a friendship member of AKI because we are not a state, but we have an MOU. But more than the MOU, it's a friendship. And I think I'll touch that a little bit later. And what is our mission? Why are we here? Why is Greenvolt looking at Indonesia? It's a question that people ask, right? I think our biggest mission is to help the industry first, but then the society in general in the transition. Bringing capital, because I'll touch that point later on, and also knowledge. Especially because knowledge comes from experience. So the more megawatts you install, the better you do it, or you avoid problems that you might face at the beginning. No, so we are here with this vision of helping AKI's members, industry, mainly industry in Indonesia, but also infrastructure. We're looking at a lot of things in infrastructure. And some areas of the country that are not so hot sometimes, that they have a lot of energy needs and they have a lot of will. So one of the things that we faced from the beginning was goodwill from every part of the society in Indonesia. We never came to a place where people say, oh, I'm not interested. People are interested. People feel it's important. The thing is that it's also difficult. Like once he was saying, it is difficult. There are a lot of things that make it difficult. And it's not only regulation, it's mentality, it's the way that we look at things. And I'd like to thank the government, our Vice Minister, the representatives from the government, because the government is trying to do its job, but it takes time. The thing is that when you asked us if industry is the main one, I voted 9 because I have a professor on the table and only professors give 10. So I had to give a 9. Why is industry the number 9 for us? Because like we were saying, it's the easy goal. We can build a beautiful building, but let's start from down. Then we have a lot of things to do on the 2nd, 3rd, 5th floor. It is industry that has the demand, has the issue in hands, because a lot of the industry in Indonesia is exporting and other markets are becoming very picky in many ways. We can say it's economical defensive measures or not, but the markets have rules and you have to get there. And we talk with steel industry and they are like this because they need to export and the markets are being very pushy, So there's will, there is demand. This is an industrial country, as you know, and we need capital. One of the things that the government is trying to do, the regulation, and they have a very nice plan. I think they touched the right places. One of them is industry, another one is efficiency. It's very important to work on efficiency because you are spending a lot of more energy than you needed for the same output. And it's not only industry, it's grids, it's our houses. Is the way we deal with energy also, so how we build our houses. So efficiency is also very important. So maybe from 9 to 10, that point is efficiency. That also touches industry, right? So when we look at the market, we see 3 main things: potential, predictability, and opportunity. Indonesia's potential is infinite. We've already seen the numbers. The numbers are gigantic. Predictability, well, we see at least a trend from the beginning. There is will in the industry, there is will in the government, there are hurdles, but I think we have MADA here and other associations that are pushing and helping the government to get to where we need to be to make this happen. the difficulties with the legislation is what gets the opportunity to be very small. So like we have a dam, and the water is building, but there are some gates that we have to open to get the market go. So there's will, there's capital, there's knowledge. So I think this is where we are. So in the end, we have 580 megawatts, you said, sir, of PV rooftops in Indonesia. If we compare this with other similar countries, I'm not talking about similar countries, this is very low. Very low. Like 580 megawatts is a drop in the ocean. We are an archipelago, so a drop in the ocean. So the potential is here. We just need to, we are an investor, a patient investor. What we do is that we help our industrial partners, we invest in their installation, we take the risk of their operations in the end, because I do not control what is my client doing, but I have to trust him, and there has to be a relationship. And we invest on the long term, right? So this is why predictability is so important. So the capital is here, the will is here. We just need a little push to open the gate. So this is, I think, the message we'd like to tell you today. About what I've seen from the Vice Minister, it's very rewarding to see that the plan that was well done. So they are looking at a dynamic economy, growing. So it's not a photo, it's growing. So the problem is not stopping, the problem is growing. So you have to cope with the growth too. In this sense, I see the plan touching the realities that it can touch. Is nuclear going to come? I don't know, but at least we have to think about it. Let's not make a taboo of nuclear. It's other forms of energy that are, let's use, it's impossible to do solar everywhere. We don't have a lot of wind resource, so there's not wind. There have to be other things that we can do. So to tell that Greenvolt is here to help this exercise. We are very proud with partners that we have, like HKI, like we are members of some associations that we think are doing a very good job in pushing what is our views. And thank you for having us.